my channel. Now today I have this kind of soft romantic glam look for Valentine's Day. If you guys are very into kind of like soft and a little bit toned down but still want to look romantic and sexy, this is the look for you guys. You know, we have our eyes are very simple. The only dramatic thing that I have going on my eyes is the eyelashes, and then I do kind of have a heavy contour and some bold brows. But if you guys want to tone it down, you can definitely do that, just doing like a little bit of a light stroke on the brows, nothing too dramatic. And then the contour can definitely be taken away. You can definitely just add blush and then maybe a little bit of highlight. That way your skin looks very nice and young and youthful and glowy. The whole thing about this makeup look is, you know, you want to look like a goddess for your man. You want to look sexy and beautiful. So this is what I came up with. Something that is not too dramatic and not over the top. This is great to go out to dinner, to the movies, or even to stay home. This is a great look to just go basically anywhere with your boo. The lips are kind of toned down a little bit as well, but there still is some color there. That way you can definitely see the outline of your lips. And then I did show you guys how I did this very kind of like loose wave on my hair, you know, very effortless and romantic looking hair, you know, something very simple. You can definitely do this step. It took me maybe 10 minutes. That's because my hair, I have so much hair on and it is a little bit long, but it's very simple actually. You can definitely achieve this look and look very nice for Valentine's. Now if you're rimming on, and let's just jump right into the tutorial. Bye.
Hey guys, so we're going to start off with Clinique's Moisture Surge. Now the one that I use is the Extended Thirst Relief. There's actually two different ones. And then I also went in with the Sephora Illuminating Drops because we are going to give our skin a very glowy and youthful look. So the foundations that I'm going to be using is Estee Lauder Double Wear and then the Infallible Pro Glow. As you guys all know, these are one of my two favorite foundations that I love to use on a regular basis. So I'm going to be using this kind of brush. You can use any kind of brush that you have laying around, or even a beauty sponge, or even your fingers. It really doesn't matter. I'm going to be blending out the foundation just to make sure that we don't have no harsh edges anywhere. We're not streaky and we look nice and flawless. So I'm going to be going in with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and I'm going to be concealing my bags and also any little blemishes that might be peeking through, and then I'm also going to highlight with this concealer. So I'm going to be blending that out with a smaller version of the foundation brush that I use, and then I also kind of like to go over it with my fingers just to melt the product onto the skin. That way it looks more natural and flawless. So as you guys see, I definitely like to prime my eyes with that concealer. I feel like it works the best. I either use that or the MAC Pink Pops. So I'm going to set everything with my air sponge powder, and then I'm going to go in with this Lorac Pro powder palette that I have, and I'm going to use those two highlight shades, and I'm going to apply these underneath my eyes just to set the concealer. So I'm going to go in with Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Bronzer, one of my favorites, and then this Anastasia Beverly Hills brush. That is actually a highlight brush, but I definitely like using it to apply my bronzer because it just gives the most flawless and natural look, very airbrushed to the skin. So I'm going to go in with the Shade and Light palette. I'm going to use Shadow Play, and I'm going to be applying this with that very kind of boxy looking brush, and this is just great to really define your contour or your cheekbones, your jawline, anything that you really want more definition. That brush is there for it. So I'm gonna go in with Milani Luminoso, one of my favorite blushes ever, and I'm going to be applying that on the apples of my cheek and then also bringing it back to the bronzer. So as you guys see, I kind of did go over with MAC's paint pot. I think I used soft ochre, and I'm just going to be applying this onto my eyelids just to prime the eyes basically. So I'm gonna go in with Creme Brulee from Makeup Geek and a Zoeva brush. I used number 221, and I'm going to be applying this on my crease. As you guys can see, I'm just moving back and forth, doing little circle motions or windshield wiper motions, any kind of motion that you want to call it, and we are going to just make sure that everything blends out very nicely and seamless. So now we're going to go in with Cocoa Bear, and we're going to go over Creme Brulee just to kind of intensify the color and really make sure that our crease is getting more defined. I also use the same brush for this step as well. Now we're going to go in with the Naked 3 palette from Urban Decay, and we're going to be using that middle shade, which is called Trick, and we're going to apply a little bit of setting spray, and we're going to apply this on the eyelid just to give you, you know, that very shimmery goddess look. And right in the center, we're going to be applying a dust over top of Trick, just to give it a little bit more of a intense look in the center, kind of like a spotlight, sort of like the the light is like hitting it right there. So now we're going to go in with Bitten from Makeup Geek, and we're going to be intensifying the outer V part of our eyes. The brush that I'm actually using, it is a kind of fluffy pencil brush. It is the 231 from Zoeva as well. So with a very small detail brush, we're going to be going underneath the lash line with Cocoa Bear at first. Now I'm going to grab a little bit of highlight colors, and I'm going to be applying that in the inner corners. You can definitely use whatever palette or eyeshadows that you might have. I'm also going to highlight the brow bone. So we're going to go in with mascara. You can use any mascara that you want, and then the lashes that I use are called Armika. I got them off of Amazon. They're really good. Now we're gonna go in with lip liner. The lip liner that I'm using is from NYX Cosmetics. It is their matte suede collection. The color is Sandstorm. Very nice color. I've been using it a lot lately, and it's really good quality actually. So we're going to be outlining the lips. If you want to go a little bit over your natural line, you can definitely do so. Now we're gonna go with the Stila liquid lipsticks. The first one that I'm using is Aria, which is a very kind of plummy color, very pretty by itself, but I wanted the look to look a little bit more pinky, a little more natural. So then over top, we're going to be using from Stila as well, Carmelo, which is a very beautiful pinky nude color, one of my favorite colors out there. Now this lip combo that I did, I am obsessed with. I think I'm going to be using it a lot more in the future, so definitely be on the lookout for that. So I definitely like to clean up the outline of my lips with a little bit of concealer just to make sure that everything is nice and sharp looking. So now this palette right here, I got it for Christmas time and I'm obsessed with. I'm going to use those two colors right there and I'm going to be applying that on all the high points of my face just to give you that nice goddess look. So now moving on to the hair. Now this part is super easy. I am going to be using the Beach Waver, which is my favorite curling iron ever of all time. As you guys can see right there, it spins by itself. You could clamp it on and then you can twirl your hair by itself, or you can just do it, you know, with your hands, you know, just the whole motion. They sell this curling iron at Ulta, and I know I got mine at dealers a couple years ago, but I seen it at Ulta. You can definitely check it out if you're interested in it. So we're going to section off the hair, and then we're going to grab little chunks like that, nothing too small and nothing too big, and then we're going to be wrapping away from the face. As you guys can see, we're not going to leave it on there that long. Once we let it go, we're not going to crunch it up. We're just going to let it fall naturally, because what we're looking for is a very loose wave. We don't want something so tight. We want it to kind of look like we woke up with this hair, sort of. So I'm definitely going to show you a couple times how many pieces I grab and how I curl away from the face. And then, like I said, I just drop it. I don't hold it on my hand for a couple seconds. I just let it fall. And the good thing about that curling iron, it really makes my curls last for a couple days. That's one of the reasons I love it, because I used to use like the Hot Tools curling irons. And girl, I'm telling you, by the end of the day, my hair would be looking like nappy as hell. And I'm like, I wouldn't like it at all. So now I'm going to show you how I curl the top portion of my hair. Well, my head actually, not my hair. Grab little sections, nothing too small, nothing too big, and then just wrap it away from the face. Just leave it on there for like maybe 5-10 seconds, and then you just let it go. And then after we curl our whole entire head, I kind of like to run my fingers through the curls just to kind of break it up and make it look very loose and effortless. And I kind of, wherever it might need like a little nice brush, I kind of go over it, but nothing too fancy. And then that's about it. I'm telling you, the most easiest hair tutorial ever. So like I said, you kind of go over it with a brush and then just comb with your fingers, and then that is the end of the tutorial. I hope you guys enjoy. Please subscribe if you guys are new to my channel. Thumbs up if you like, and I will see you guys on my next one. Bye.